The implications of Russia's military buildup in the Caucasus for NATO. It is no secret that Russia has been increasing its military presence in the Caucasus region in recent years. This buildup has been seen as a strategic move by Moscow to exert its influence over the region, a move that has implications not just for regional peace and stability, but also for the security of NATO member countries. The Caucasus is a complex region, with a diverse mix of ethnicities, religions, and political affiliations. It is also a region of major geopolitical importance, situated at the crossroads of Europe and Asia, and bordered by Turkey, Iran, and the Black Sea. The region has long been a focus of Russian interest, and Moscow has sought to establish itself as a major player in the region through a combination of military force and diplomatic maneuvering. In recent years, Russia has been steadily increasing its military presence in the Caucasus, with a particular focus on the two breakaway regions of Abkhazia and South Ossetia. These two regions have been the subject of ongoing conflict between Russia and Georgia, with Moscow recognizing them as independent states in the wake of a brief war in 2008. Since then, Russia has deployed thousands of troops to the region, with the stated aim of maintaining peace and stability. However, many observers see Russia's actions in the region as a deliberate attempt to undermine NATO's influence and expand its own sphere of influence. This is particularly worrying for NATO member countries that are located close to the region, such as Turkey and Greece. Russia's increasing military presence in the region is seen as a potential threat to the security of these countries, as well as to other NATO member states that are located further afield. One of the key implications of Russia's military buildup in the Caucasus for NATO is the potential for increased tension and conflict between Russia and the alliance. NATO has already expressed its concerns about Russia's actions in the region, with the alliance's Secretary General, Jens Stoltenberg, warning that the presence of Russian troops in Abkhazia and South Ossetia is unacceptable and contradicts the principles of international law. Given the current tensions between Russia and NATO, any escalation in the Caucasus could have serious consequences for regional peace and stability. It could also lead to increased military posturing on both sides, with the potential for miscalculation and inadvertent conflict. Another implication of Russia's military buildup in the Caucasus for NATO is the potential for a new front to open up in the alliance's ongoing struggle with Russia. NATO has already been engaged in a protracted conflict with Russia in Ukraine, and the addition of the Caucasus to the mix could further stretch the alliance's resources and capabilities. This is particularly worrying given the current state of NATO's defense posture. Many member countries are still struggling to meet the alliance's 2% GDP defense spending target, and some are still heavily reliant on the United States for their defense needs. In this context, a new front in the Caucasus could prove to be a major challenge for the alliance, both in terms of practical resources and political will. There are also broader implications for global security. Russia's increased military presence in the Caucasus is part of a broader pattern of assertiveness and expansionism under President Vladimir Putin. This pattern has been evident not just in the Caucasus, but also in Russia's interventions in Syria and its annexation of Crimea in 2014. This assertiveness has raised concerns about Russia's intentions and its willingness to challenge the global order. For NATO and other Western powers, the challenge is to find ways to engage with Russia and prevent the situation from escalating into a wider conflict. In conclusion, Russia's military buildup in the Caucasus has significant implications for NATO and global security. It represents a potential threat to the security of NATO member countries in the region, as well as to the alliance's broader interests. As tensions between Russia and NATO continue to simmer, it is vital that leaders on both sides do all they can to prevent a dangerous escalation of the situation.